Okay guys, I'm back again. I want to talk about traditions now. Firstly, traditions is really special. Like, it's something that I don't really want to spoil, so I'm not going to tell you everything that happens, but it was really fun. And it takes a long time, but you do end up getting to walk through a little bit of the Magic Kingdom just to see. Traditions is just basically they introduce you to all the things that Disney values and all the things that they want you to know, you know? Like, for instance, there is only one Mickey Mouse, and you need to know that and remember that and never spoil that. They really focused on not ruining the magic, you know? They want all the guests that we encounter to feel like they really are having a magical time. So we're treated as normal cast members, you know? We're not gonna get any special treatment or anything just because we're college programmers. We need to be, you know, under the Disney guidelines. So that brings me to another point. For traditions, you need to be dressed nicely. They give you a bunch of guidelines. This is a piece of paper that I got on the first day when I checked in. They send you through to get paperwork telling you what you're going to be doing next. So between check-in and traditions, you have one day off, which I recommend you either make a lot of friends and hang out with them, which is what I did, or you go shopping, which is another thing I did. Because on that day you won't be able to go to the parks. You don't get to go to the parks until after you do traditions, and that's when you get your Disney ID. Because the first ID you got for a check-in is just to be able to get into your apartment complex, and if you forget that, or if you lose that, then you're not able to get into your apartment complex. Okay, so that's a thing to remember. You get your Disney ID, and that's also a thing you really don't want to lose because that's how you clock in, and how you identify yourself, and how you get into the park. So here's the guidelines though for dressing for traditions. For girls, you're supposed to wear dress, suit, capri, or dress pants with classic style blouse, short or long sleeve. Comfortable business style shoes. What you're not allowed to wear as a girl is denim, spandex, or sheer fabrics, dress or skirt length shorter than 3 inches above the knee, tank tops, t-shirts, or polo style shirts, sneakers, flip-flops, sandals, platform shoes, or cowboy boots. So, here's what I wore. These are some flats that I wore. They're just simple. These are kind of metallic-y, which is probably a little closer to not okay, but they totally were okay with it. I recommend black, really simple pattern. If they're flats that have like a very loud pattern, that's probably not okay. I also wore this pencil skirt, and it's good because it goes up to like a couple inches above my knee, and so it wasn't too short. 3 inches is above the knee is the limit. I wore with that this blouse with this part tucked in, so it went all the way up to here, and this sweater over the top just because it was kind of cold. If you're arriving in January, that's a thing to keep in mind. It is actually pretty chilly here, even if you're used to cold weather like I am. A lot of people think that the weather here is really warm all the time, and today it was really warm, but you never know in the winter time. It could be like pretty cold. Like, it has actually gotten down to 30 degrees here, you know? So it's not any different than anywhere else. You need to be prepared for any kind of weather. For guys, you guys are supposed to wear suit or dress trousers and a professional style collared or camp shirt, comfortable dress shoes, and socks. What they're not allowed to wear is shorts or cargo pants, denim, jeans, tank tops, polo style shirts and t-shirts, sneakers, flip-flops, sandals, platform shoes, or cowboy boots. So that's pretty easy guidelines, I would say. There was one girl who didn't have shoes that met the guidelines, so what they ended up making her do was go get her costume shoes early. And there's another girl I heard, I didn't see it because it was in a traditions class, a different traditions class, but her skirt was too short, and they made her end up wearing one of the costumes from the parks, and it was like a really ridiculous looking one, not like a normal one. So nail polishes for girls, they give you this little lookbook. I think they give it to you on the day you check in. It's got all sorts of guidelines that I read through to make sure. But nail polishes, I wore a very light purple color, and it was fine because it's neutral. But you can't wear dark colors or bright colors, and you can't wear multicolors, so my light purple was fine. Any other questions you have about traditions or like the dressing guidelines, just ask in the comments below. But as far as traditions, you get there, you either have the morning one, which you have to get on the bus at 6:45, or the afternoon one, which is about 12:45, and it went for us all the way until 6. So that was a long day, but it was really fun still because we got to learn all about Disney, you know, and stuff like that. And it was just really nice. And they ask you questions, and if you answer questions and you are showing like a really good attitude, they'll give you these little figurines. Like they've got Mickey and Pluto and Donald and stuff like that, which is really cool. I know one girl that collected like 3 of them. Some people were trying to collect all of them, but there's only like 1 Mickey in the entire set like that they were handing out, so that was a really hard thing to do. There was a lot of Donald Ducks though. They do give you your pin that day, and it's just a really good feeling when you get it. At least for me, it was just like, I finally made it, you know? It says my name, it says my college on this pin. It was really awesome, so. I think that's about it for traditions that I want to tell you, because really it's about the experience. If you have any questions about it though, ask in the comments below, and if you're not planning on doing the program, or even if you are, I will answer your questions. I just don't want to make it like a spoiler in the video. But I guess that's about it. I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!